Imagine this for a second. You invent something truly revolutionary, something that could just completely turn global finance on its head.
Right.
And then, right after you've poured all your genius into it, you just walk away.
Vanish.
Completely vanish. No explanation, nothing.
It sounds, I mean, it sounds totally counterintuitive,
Yeah.
right? Almost like fiction. Innovators usually want the credit. They want control.
Exactly. But that's the story of Bitcoin's creator,
Yeah.
this enigma known only as Satoshi Nakamoto. They did precisely that.
Mm-hmm.
So today, in this deep dive, we're going to really unpack that, the whole vanishing act, and explore this really fascinating idea. Maybe Satoshi's disappearance wasn't a bug, but actually the greatest gift to Bitcoin.
Yeah, how this absence paradoxically made it stronger, more secure. It's quite the paradox.
It really is. It turns the mystery into, well, maybe a masterstroke of decentralization.
It's a fantastic case study, honestly. It really challenges how we think about, leadership and success in these kinds of projects. Can something thrive because the leader is gone?
So before the vanishing, let's set the scene. Satoshi wasn't just some name on a white paper, right? They were actually quite active.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Very hands-on in the beginning. This wasn't someone who just, dropped an idea and ran.
Right.
Satoshi was emailing developers, answering detailed questions on forums, fixing bugs, iterating on the code. They even mined the first Bitcoin blocks themselves, kicking the whole thing off. So yeah, a very visible, very interactive presence initially.
Which just makes the disappearance even more stark.
Exactly. It sets up this huge contrast.
And the vanishing itself, it wasn't like they slowly faded out. It was just, boom, gone.
Pretty much, like flipping a switch. In 2011, the communication just stopped. Cold.
Wow.
There was no big announcement, no farewell tour, no final interview saying, here's my vision.
Nothing.
The last known public message was incredibly brief. Just, I moved on to other things.
Yeah.
And then silence.
Just silence.
Complete silence. And the fact there was no fanfare, just makes the mystery even deeper, more profound.
Okay, so here's where my brain starts doing flips, because normally if the founder of something huge just disappears, that's usually the end of the project, right?
Right.
A death sentence.
Typically, yes.
But you're saying for Bitcoin, this disappearance was actually a good thing, a strength. That feels so backwards.
It does feel backwards, but it's really, really critical here. Let's think about what might have happened if Satoshi had stayed.
Okay.
Bitcoin could easily have just become Satoshi's project.
Yeah.
Always tied to one person.
Yeah, I can see that.
Imagine the pressure. Governments could target them, subpoena them, try to regulate or shut down the network through them. The media would likely create this huge personality cult around Satoshi. Every Bitcoin price swing might get linked to, I don't know, what Satoshi had for breakfast.
Right. Everything gets filtered through one person.
Exactly. That central point of failure, that single human being, is a massive vulnerability for something that's supposed to be decentralized.
So stepping away was like cutting the cord, forcing Bitcoin to grow up on its own.
That's a great way to put it. It forced genuine decentralization. Without a leader, Bitcoin became, well, leaderless.
And what did that actually look like? What happened on the ground?
It meant the community had to figure things out for itself. Developers had to debate protocol changes openly, sometimes fiercely, to reach consensus.
Okay.
Miners had to decide which transactions to validate based on the rules, not on what Satoshi said. Investors had to judge Bitcoin's value without a CEO giving guidance.
So it became this collective responsibility.
Precisely. And that directly connects to the whole point of decentralization, creating a system that doesn't rely on any one person's health or reputation or decisions or even their survival.
That makes a lot of sense now you put it that way. It's like protecting the project from human weakness almost.
Yeah, from human fallibility. That's a key part of it.
Because no matter how brilliant someone is, people make mistakes.
Right. People change their minds. They can be pressured, bribed, coerced. We're all human.
But a founder who's just gone.
A vanished founder can't be bribed. They can't be strong-armed by governments. They can't be corrupted by fame or fortune, at least not in a way that directly impacts the network's control.
So the absence itself is a shield.
It's the ultimate shield, in a way.
Oh.
It reinforces this idea that Bitcoin isn't great despite Satoshi leaving. It's arguably great, in part because they left. The disappearance became a feature, not a flaw.
And we're still left with this massive mystery today, which, keeps things interesting.
Oh, absolutely. The speculation is endless. Are they alive? Do they still hold that huge stash of early Bitcoin, maybe 1 million coins?
Could they ever come back?
Exactly. And while that mystery generates headlines, you could argue it also continues to protect Bitcoin. No single person can suddenly reappear and claim authority based on being the founder.
It's kind of the perfect ending, isn't it? Or, well, the perfect disappearance.
It really is almost poetic,
Uh,
inventing a technology designed to eliminate the need for trusted third parties,
right, to remove trust in people.
and then demonstrating that principle by removing yourself entirely from the equation. It's the ultimate act of uh, embodying your own creation's philosophy.
So, looking back, this isn't just some weird historical footnote.
Not at all.
Satoshi's Vanishing Act was actually fundamental to what Bitcoin became?
I think so, yes.
Yeah.
It was absolutely foundational. It shaped its resilience, its ability to operate without trust, in a way that, frankly, no other founder action probably could have achieved.
It really makes you think differently about, well, about leadership itself.
It really does. This idea of leadership by absence. How does that work? How does it challenge our usual ideas about needing a founder, a CEO, a figurehead for success?
Especially for something revolutionary. And what does it tell you about what decentralization truly means if its strength comes partly from that void, that absence right at the very center?
Exactly. It's something really profound to chew on. What does strength look like when it comes from emptiness?